Ever thought about what it's like to immerse yourself in a sound bath? Well, today I've got you covered. Join me as I invite a special guest to dive into the unique experience of a sound bath and spill all the details on the afterbath. Welcome to the Afterbath, where we explore unique experiences and wellness practices. I'm your host, Matt. Today we have a special episode where we'll be diving into the world of sound baths. If you've ever wondered what it's like to be immersed in soothing sound waves, well, you're in for a treat. In episode 3, Shell steps into the unknown with her third of 6 consecutive sound baths, a practice that has already begun to stir something deep within her. This time she's not in the best mood, but what awaits her on the other side could be a revelation. As Shell reflects on her evolving relationship with wellness, you'll get an intimate glimpse into her raw, unfiltered thoughts before and after the session. What hidden truths will she uncover in this next sound bath? Could this be the turning point that transforms her entire journey? Listen in to discover how this experience might just hold the key to unlocking a new level of insight and clarity for her, and possibly for you too. Hi, Shell.
Hi, Matt.
How you feeling?
I'm grumpy. I'm grumpy.
Cool. Or not. Maybe it's not cool. Anyway, so you're here for your third sound bath? Yeah, great. Are you looking forward to anything in particular, or you're looking to clear anything, or?
I've kind of got into the routine now.
Yeah?
So there's one part of me that feels like, here we go again.
Yep.
And there's another part of me knowing that I'm getting deeper into this, that something might go click, change. I don't know what to expect, but I do have a favour to ask.
Yes, go for it.
Is it okay if I take my camera in there and video a little bit of what you're doing from under the blankets?
Absolutely, yeah.
Because I usually have my eyes shut and
Yep.
I don't know what's going on. I
Right.
just hear the happy sounds around me, but I really don't know what you're doing.
Got it.
So would that be okay?
Yes, that's totally fine. That'll be great. I'm sure the viewers would love to see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're going to see my point of view from under the blankets.
Yeah, great.
Cool.
All right, should we go over sound bath?
Yeah, let's get in the bath.
Okay. Here's a glimpse of the typical setup I use during a sound bath. The participant lies comfortably among 7 Tibetan singing bowls. On the left side are bowls linked to the throat and third eye chakras, while on the right are larger bowls associated with the root, sacral and solar plexus chakras. A small bowl near the head corresponds to the crown chakra, and the heart chakra bowl is placed between the ankles. Above the participant's head is a gong with tuning forks and a wind chime, also used at the beginning and end of the session. For added comfort, a participant lies on 3 yoga mats and a sleeping bag covered with a heavy blanket to stay warm. Welcome back, Shell. This is now post sound bath. How you feeling?
Leave me alone. what a I want to talk.
Okay.
My cousin called me while I was lying there. Because I can say this to her.
Yeah.
Hi, what do you want? And she, just from that,
Yeah.
she says, I don't know if you can have this on YouTube. She says, you sound like you've just had a whole bucket of weed. I go, really? You can tell that from one line. She goes, yeah, you sound like you're on endone right now. Oh, all right.
Okay.
I will try to be articulate.
Okay. All right.
Go for it.
All right. So did you notice any difference between this sound bath and the last sound bath?
Not really.
No. Okay, good. And so did you also notice any, say, epiphanies or during the week leading up to this sound bath, any breakthroughs or... any breakthroughs?
Yes, and now I have to think. And switch on my brain and my mouth. All right. Yes, it was really noticeable, the change.
Okay.
And this is what the change was.
Yeah.
I hope I can get this out.
Okay.
All right. So in general life, there are things that would bother me that feel urgent or feel important. A work assignment, an event I have to run, certain tasks I have to do, things that friends tell me that might feel dramatic and important that I need to respond to. And all of these things are important at a certain level because I need a job. I love my job, by the way.
Yeah.
And these things have to be done to get the show on the road. And my friends are really important and how they feel, all important. Things that I need to do around the house, all important. The wheels of life just keep turning, right? And then there's bigger issues about maybe plans that I have, taxes to be paid, etc. One thing in particular really niggled me this week. It's the sort of thing that most people would just have a real triggering response to. It was a traffic fine. It's like, so unfair, this didn't happen, and very triggering sort of thing, and it brings up all of the emotions. Here's the big difference with all of what I've just explained.
Yeah.
I'll give a few analogies to explain it.
Yep.
Otherwise, I'm not really going to make sense, because if I just say that none of it really felt very important, it doesn't really illustrate the shift.
Got it.
It was like this. An example, maybe not the best one. Imagine that I had a bloke next door who's really into drums and metal music, and in the middle of the night, that's what he wants to play, and I've got a paper-thin wall. This would be so irritating, grating, couldn't sleep. If any of the things that I mentioned were that, it was as if I had this really, really big sound wall between us. And I knew and could perceive and still hear that he's playing very loudly and playing something that's not my style of music. I do like some metal music, just as an aside. There's some really, really great metal out there. Anyway, never mind about that. It was as if I was padded. I was insulated from the annoyance of the experience. I remember reading a book by an author who, I forget the book, I forget the author, but I remember the analogy. She was a little girl. She'd won some sort of competition where she could take a flight. It was her first time ever to be in an aeroplane.
Right.
But she could only go on her own.
Yep.
She couldn't take her sister. She couldn't take her parents.
Yep.
So she was up in this plane, and she related how she looked as she got higher and higher into the atmosphere.
Yep.
She looked back at her parents and her sister on the ground. It was one of those light plane experiences.
Yep.
Not a jumbo jet.
Mm.
And she looked back at her parents and her sister, and they grew smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. And she found that interesting as perspective, yeah? And so the irritations or the importance or the dramas
Yeah.
during the week felt like they were getting smaller and smaller and smaller, as if I was further and further away from them, that I was insulated from the noise of them, from the poking in the ribs of them, of the irritation, of the potential to be impactful on my mood.
Mm-hmm.
I was distanced and protected, padded. I probably have a third example somewhere, but I think you get it.
Yeah, that's a very good example.
I noticed it. I really noticed. I thought these things should be getting to me more.
Yeah.
Because last week they would have.
Yeah.
But this week they didn't. And even with the traffic thing, which really, really bothers most people.
Yeah.
I processed it really quickly.
Got
Within
it.
a couple of days, I just flipped it around and thought, well, you know what? It's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
It's really just not a big deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is just a tiny little blip.
Mm.
So to think so, that change in my thinking to minimise things, not make them bigger than what they are, not needing to be bigger than what they are, and feeling distanced from them and insulated from the noise of them. Really, really, really big change. I didn't expect that in just a week.
Yeah. Yeah, that's amazing.
It is amazing. I hope we can keep that one up. That's a really good one to have in life.
Yeah. Yeah, no, definitely.
I should add this. It's not that I didn't care.
Yes.
You know that book, I probably can't swear on on YouTube, but there is a book, this is Subtle Art of Not Giving a Duck. Right?
Yeah, another one.
Well, I thought about that title and the meaning behind the phrase is to look like you're caring but not care.
Yeah.
But what's happening here is something different.
Yeah.
I still care.
Yeah.
But the irritation, the drama.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, it's dissolving.
Unimportant, dissolving.
Yeah.
Can
Yeah.
I stop talking now? Can I go back to my tribe? And my bliss land? Sorry, your interview. Please keep asking questions.
That's good. Okay, so is there any... I'll just ask you about the feeling that you experienced, because I think that might be a bit easier on you. So... So on a physical level, what's it feel like?
Okay. Is it trying to explain what's happening inside your own body to somebody else is a really difficult thing to relate. So I'll give it my best shot. There's a couple of areas. First of all, the head. And this is much more noticeable than the previous sessions. So it's just sort of this mild swimming.
Got it. Yeah.
Feeling. It's like being in an ocean and it's just gently going like this.
Yeah.
But there's another thing. Hang on, let me just feel it again. I've lost the thought of it. So I'll just move away from that. So tummy.
Yep.
There's a calm in the tummy.
Mm-hmm.
Go back to the head.
Mm-hmm.
So apparently in the early hours of the morning you do something called REM sleep.
Yep.
Rapid eye movement sleep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then when you wake up, there's a state of your brain that you're in that you can get very clear thoughts, you can solve problems before you fully wake up, right?
Yeah, so it'd be like theta.
If you say so. I don't know which one is which.
Yep.
That's what's happening. That's what that's what it feels like. I don't know that that's what's happening, but that is definitely what it feels like.
Yeah.
It feels like a combination between still being in the REM sleep, because if you stopped asking me questions right now and I just shut my eyes, I can feel that they're wanting to just bounce around.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's not an unpleasant experience.
Yeah.
Yeah? And secondly, I still feel like I'm coming out of a very deep sleep state.
Yeah. Yes. So
I hope that explains it somewhat.
I think the other thing is that you'll have, and you may have found this during the week, maybe a little bit more energy.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
You
That's
made
all
some
right.
really big, I wouldn't say promises, but
Yeah.
claims last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, including I might grow wings and fly away at the end of this process. But one of them was having a lot more physical energy.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting for that.
Yeah.
That would be good.
Yeah. Yeah. What I experienced for myself was that I'd go through, the first stage for me was sleepiness. So that after I'd done, like a sound bath or whatnot, for a while I'd feel quite sleepy.
When you say a while, how long's a while?
Well, it could even be after a couple of sound baths. Like every time you do a sound bath, I get really sleepy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sleepy. Yep.
Yeah.
Sleepy happening right now.
Yeah.
But it's actually different from sleepiness. But sorry,
Yeah.
go on.
And then I found that after a sound bath, I would just get blissful. Yeah, lots of bliss. Feel just wonderful. And then that transitioned to energy.
Really?
Yeah.
I wonder if that will happen on the 4th session.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll just have to see.
What did it feel like for you when you say energy? Tell me what you were able to do that you weren't able to do prior.
Yeah. So I would feel almost a little bulletproof.
Ooh.
Yeah. So like if something came my way, I'd be like, yeah, I can deal with this, no worries.
Oh, so not in a gung-ho, I'm invincible, but just more capable.
Yeah.
And have greater capacity to deal.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that's really a mental energy rather than a physical energy.
Yeah.
I didn't realise that's what you meant. Aha. Thank you, Matt.
No worries. Thanks, Shell.
Thank you for sound bath number 3.
And we'll see you again next week for sound bath number 4.
And they say 4's the charm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Did you tell everybody that there were 21 bowls this time?
Ah, yes. Okay, so this time we did 21
bowls.
Yeah.
That was really crazy to walk in and see that.
Yeah, that was a lot of bowls.
A lot of bowls.
Yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah.
There was hardly any real estate left for all the bowls. Good grief.
Yeah. Normally we only have 7 bowls.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this time something a little bit special.
It was spectacular to look at.
Yeah. Yeah. So, we'll see about next week. Maybe we might go back to 7 or maybe we might try 14.
Whatever you think, you are the expert with sound healing here, so whatever you think is best.
Yeah. I'll do some exploring.
Okay.
Great.
Thank you, Matt.
Thanks, Shell. And look forward to seeing you again next week.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us today. This has been a fascinating exploration of sound baths. If you've enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe and leave a comment. And join us again next week as Shell continues her journey with her 4th of 6 consecutive sound baths. Until next time, stay well and keep exploring new experiences.